Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here, and it is Tuesday the 29th of November. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support for the site as well. I mean, I know I say it in every video, but thank you, it really means a lot. The adverts you see around this site are what generates the revenue for the site. So please tell your friends about it, get as many of them coming to the site as you can, watching the videos, and also if you see an advert you like, click on it, because that takes you through to our sponsors. That's what generates revenue for us, and it tells the sponsors that you like what we're doing. So thank you so much for all of your support. Now, if you were watching yesterday, you remember me talking about we were looking for a ridge building off the eastern coast of the States. Well, these are the charts for midnight on the 7th of December. And this is the GFS model. This is the ECMWF model at the bottom here. And look, lo and behold, what's out here in the Atlantic. We've got a ridge building at 500 millibars on both sets of charts. Now, this is quite a mobile pattern, but that ridge is building, and what that is strengthening and building all the time is this idea of the cooler conditions coming our way. Now, there's a jet stream in there. How close together the lines are there, you can see the jet stream is flowing through here at midnight on the 7th. So we're not looking at icy cold conditions and settled conditions. What we're looking at are breezy cold conditions on and off throughout the next week or so, and that at times will be bringing wintry showers across the hills of Scotland, Wales and northern England. But what will happen is the cold air will shift southwards and then shift northwards, and that progression will continue as the jet stream moves north and south. Where the question mark does come in is that if this ridge does build, and you can see it there on both models, if that continues to build through and becomes stationary towards the west of the country, or near stationary, does that then move the winds more into the north and the northwest, bringing colder conditions around the 11th, 12th, 13th, and builds a surface high, which then around the 15th drifts over the country and brings us those more settled, frosty conditions? That's where I'm kind of heading with this forecast at the moment. Now, these are the charts from Ryan Maui's excellent site, and this is the Arctic Oscillation for the next few days, and this takes us up till 15th of December. Now, the Arctic Oscillation is basically a measure of the winds that rotate around the Arctic Circle. Positive phase means that those winds are generally strong westerlies. Negative phase means they're much weaker and generally an easterly. Now, the westerly are our normal conditions, so that gives us normal temperatures. Notice how it goes well into positive territory, look here, during the early period, but then it gets down closer to neutral from the 7th onwards. Look, it's this period around the 7th that seems super critical, and there it is, look, getting weaker and weaker all the time. Now let's compare that to the NAO, the North Atlantic Oscillation. And the North Atlantic Oscillation is a measure of the strength of the westerly winds coming across the Atlantic, basically the pressure gradient from Iceland through to the Azores. And positive phase means strong westerly winds coming across the Atlantic, so our weather comes from west to east. Negative is where it's weaker and it tends to come in from the east. Now, on here you can see how it's quite strongly positive, but look, we've got this gradual fall away into nearer negative conditions, and all the various runs of the ensemble model, which are these narrow coloured lines here, are all within that positive area, which builds in confidence that this is what's likely to be happening. Now, the 7 to 10 day mean 500 millibar flow chart, which takes us up to from next Tuesday through to Friday the 9th of December. Quite clearly ECMWF on the left here, we've got the GFS on the right here, and what these are quite clearly showing, look, is this jet stream coming across the Atlantic. Here are the above normal heights, these orange colours here. This is that ridge building through the middle to the back end of next week. There's the jet stream, look how close together the lines are. So we're still getting areas of front being blown eastwards through the country, bringing periods of rain. But what will happen is behind these fronts there'll be this gradual decrease in temperature. Just look where the air is coming from. Across Scotland, follow these lines back. Look, we're across North America, we're across Canada, and all the way around, look, the northern parts of Russia. So they're coming from really cold conditions. So across Scotland, across Northern Ireland, across Northern England, you can really expect there to be periods of rain, but then turning to snow on the hills, followed by snow showers. Further south, follow the lines back, They're coming from a warmer direction across the central parts of the states, across the northern central parts of the Atlantic. So through Ireland, through England and Wales, that's where we probably will find conditions will be cooler. They'll be unsettled, they'll be very windy at times, but probably not desperately cold, but certainly cooler than we've been used to. 7s by day is a typical temperature. And there's good agreement, look, between the ECMWF and the GFS model, so that kind of builds our confidence that this is the way that the weather is likely to be progressing. And I think then what we need to watch for is the building of this ridge. Does this trough of the eastern part of the states dig in down here, and then does that then build this ridge, which builds a high out here in the Atlantic, which then builds eastwards, brings a northwesterly flow and increases the risk of snow showers across all parts of the country, taking us into a cold spell of weather from the 12th to the 15th, let's say, and then settling down as that high pressure builds through around the middle of the month, then sets us into frosty, foggier, colder wintertime conditions. That's what I'm looking for at the moment. That's going to be the watch for the next few days. And incidentally, that's what Bob, my long range forecasting expert, picked up on for the middle of December, way back in July. So we're building confidence that that could be about to happen. So I hope that's been useful for you. I hope that's given you all the information that you need for today. Look around the screen. Don't forget, if you see an advert you like, click on it, go through to the sponsor. That's what generates revenue for us. Keep the sun shining, and with the winds outside today, whatever happens, take care.